Hey everyone, it's 𝗪𝗡, your tarot life planner, helping you connect within to plan for the life that you love. And I hope you had a wonderful holiday week with your family. Hopefully you ate lots of delicious food. And now this week, we're in the midst really of the holiday season. And so now is the time that a lot of things are going to start feeling easy and yet feeling chaotic, right? Is kind of the sense that I get for this upcoming week. And so it'll be interesting to see for each of us as we're preparing to close out the end of 2021, what starts to come up for us that we still have left to do. So let's get started and see what the cards have for us. And so our first card in our spiritual connection is Page of Pentacles. Next, for our health and happiness, we have here the Knight of Wands. Next, for our love and relationships, we have the Emperor. Next, for our business and career, we have the Lovers card. I don't know why I said that so weird. And for our overall card this week, we have the Seven of Swords. So last week we had our major arcana cards in our personal position. So in our spiritual connection and our health and happiness, this week we have two major arcana cards in our more connection to other positions. So in our love and relationships and in our business and career. So, all right, let's get started with our spiritual connection card. And here we have the Page of Pentacles. So, Pentacles, again, are about things that we can touch, tangible things you can put your hands on, things you can buy with money. I like to think about it in that way. And pages are this energy, this youthful energy of wanting to explore new things, wanting to connect with something new or try something new. When it's the Pentacles, this is more of our kind of earth energy, and this often has to do with things at home and our comfort. And so when I look at this card for this week, it does feel like discovery. It does feel like there's something connected to our spiritual energy that we've been holding on to, that does connect us to something much bigger, that we are ready to start exploring. You know, we just moved out of Scorpio season, and that's kind of that deep wanting to know energy. And now we've moved into Sagittarius, which is much more about a larger knowing, kind of knowing lots of things and not taking it quite as personally. So for our spiritual connection, I feel like this week it is a time for discovery. It is a time where you may be looking at some things that are connecting you to spirit, and you're wanting to delve a little bit deeper into them. So do it. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of learning something new about yourself and your connection to the divine. For our health and happiness, we have the Knight of Wands here. And so Wands is our action, right? Knight of Wands is literally would translate into that knight in shining armor coming in to take action. And so for our health and happiness this week, think about ways that you can really start to take action towards things that make you feel really great, really wonderful. Is there something you've been wanting to do or change in your life around your health and happiness that you just haven't gotten around to doing yet, or you haven't prioritized yourself yet? Well, now is the time. This week is the week for you to take some actions around that and start diving in kind of head first, trying something that's just for you, just for your happiness. Okay, so next, let's look at our love and relationship. And here we have the Emperor. So again, I mentioned this major arcana card here for us. And so the Emperor energy is, it's full masculine energy. And I don't mean male, female, I mean masculine, projective, outward facing energy. And the Emperor is all about showing up boldly, showing up where there are like rules and structures, and just kind of taking charge is sort of the theme this week. But taking charge of your relationships. If there's something going on, I feel like there's something going on in your relationships. There may be some fires that you need to put out this week, and you need to step up to the plate and just take some action, take charge, make sure that you are really being proactive this week around your relationships, and anything that might be kind of brewing that you haven't addressed yet or before, now is the time. This week is the time for you to start really showing up and relationship. Wonderful. Now let's move on to our business and career. And here we have the Lovers card. So this really is about partnership. It's about unions, not just in intimate relationships, but really about making a full commitment. This is another major arcana card. This is making a full commitment to a partnership. And in this business and career section, we want to think about that in terms of what you do for your business. How are you really making commitments to those around you? Maybe it's one person, maybe it's multiple people. But this is not just like a small change or you're in on a project. This feels like a commitment that you're making to a team or one other person that you work with, and really just saying like, I'm all in, I'm really here for this. This isn't just a, fly by night. I'm really in, and I really want to be in co-creation with you. All right, so then that leaves us with the our overall card for the week, which is the Seven of Swords. Which is interesting with the other cards this week, because everything else that we've seen here is really the message of kind of taking charge, going all in, committing yourself internally and externally. And then the Seven of Swords card really, makes me think about leaving, about like taking your things, taking your ideas and your thoughts and kind of walking away. And as an overall card, when everything else has been so much about taking charge and standing firm, what I get from this Seven of Swords is going to be that once you've done this, once you have stood your ground, decided what you want to do, made the commitments that you really want to make this week, if there are people around you, if you're thinking that there are people around you who are not in, right, who you have decided, I've invested as much time and energy, I really have committed myself, I really have given 100%, if there are people that are around you that are not willing to do the same, then this Seven of Swords is saying that it's okay, it's time for you to then walk away from them. You need to be really clear about where you're headed, the direction that you want to go into. And if you have people around you who are not ready to do that or willing to do that, then it's okay. It's okay for you to choose yourself, walk away. Yeah, and it's going to feel good. It's going to maybe feel scary at first for you, but it's necessary, and they will be okay when you leave. You have to worry about you and know that you've done everything that you could, that you needed to give it your all. Okay? So I hope that was helpful for you this week. Let me know how things go and stay magical, y'all.